Hey! So I'm back with another video. It's been a little while, but today I have a lead manager call that I did a little while back. I'm going to be listening to for the first time and doing a breakdown on it. It's more for myself, just to listen to my calls, which I don't do the best job of doing, and kind of see where I do things well and see where I do things poorly, and how I can improve and grow over time. But it's also for you guys out there. See where you guys, would do things differently. See where you can pick up things from me as well. And I'd love to hear what you have to say at the end of this video. Leave a comment in the description with any tips, tricks, pointers, anythings you heard that I did well, any things that you hear that I did poorly. I'm always looking to grow, looking for recommendations. So let's grow together. Let's get better together. Let's get right into this video here from now, and we should be switched over. I'm just gonna kind of pause and talk when I think there's points to.
Hey, Don, how you doing? It's Nathaniel. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, Nathaniel, I certainly can.
Awesome.
So this is a guy I've spoken with in the past. The name doesn't sound familiar, Don, but this is a follow-up call for sure.
How did it go with your walkthrough on Southland Drive?
Well, I think, you said about 120 something with your...
So something that I've picked up over time is when you're going to have a follow-up call, you always want to have some sort of agenda, some sort of reason you're calling. I don't want to just be calling and saying, hey, I'm just following up with you. Hey, you're just following up with me. What are you following up with me about? Why am I calling right off the bat? Hey, how'd this walkthrough go? I don't know. I don't know what exactly the walkthrough was, what was going on here, but I had a reason I was calling this guy.
Top, it sold for 150. I had more people interested in that. I had offers of 145, and one guy was real upset, but he was the first one. If you really want something that bad, you have to pay for it. So it sold for 150. That's what I had it for.
Now, I don't know if you can hear it, but you hear Huxley going wow in the background. So cute. He's just talking.
So, so hopefully it'll close. I've been in real estate for years, and the difference between selling and closing is a million miles. So I don't know. The only other thing I want to sell and finance myself is I have a duplex apartment, and I've got to get an appraisal on it, and then I want a down payment, and I would have to finance it. I'm not going to pay capital gains, but that's the only other thing that I really want to think about moving on with, so, but I don't have any more flips that would be a flip,
Yeah. Okay, couple things here that I picked up, and it looks like maybe I wrote a note here about it. He has a duplex that he wants to sell. He wants a down payment, so this is an issue that I'm going to have to work. He doesn't want to pay capital gains. So he's been in real estate for a while. He said he's maybe sold a couple other houses this year, and he's realizing capital gains taxes are going to hit him. Let's see where this goes.
I don't have to. I'm fortunate I'm not in the position of having to do something. So, but the Southland deal worked fine. I've had it for 40 years, maybe, or 30 something. But it's time to do everything. You'll reach that point too in time, Nathaniel.
I know. I'm excited for that. I'm in the accumulation phase right now.
Yeah, and then you'll accumulate, and then you'll kind of de-accumulate.
Yep.
Unless you're just gonna leave it all behind. But anyway, that's the way it is, Nathaniel. And if I've got your name, if anything else comes up, I think it would be good. I'll let you know. But right now, I don't have that much. I have one house financed for somebody, a nice house, and then I sold this one. Then I have my duplex, and then I have 3 office buildings. Warehouses, but building, and they are, most of them, well, two of them are duplex office building, and one of them just a big building that have people been in for 35 years. People stay with me,
God,
so,
this guy's a talker.
and it's on a nice corner. So anyway, just, I know you weren't interested in paying that much, but if anything come up, I'll let you know, okay?
Well, I'm interested in this duplex. Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
It's real nice. It's a siding, but it's all, it's nice. I would have to get an appraisal, and then I would have to get 20% down at least, and then I could finance it, but there will be a prepayment penalty. Gotta have the interest. So for so long, I would finance it, so at a reasonable rate. But it's at, if you want to Google it or something, it's on the corner of Liberty and Jackson Street. It's 440 Liberty and 505 Jackson.
Okay, so he said 20% down, and he also said a reasonable rate. Let's find out what a reasonable rate is, because I'm guessing it's going to be reasonable for him, but not for me.
It's real nice. That's where my wife and I started off, in that duplex. So, but it just, you got your real estate license, don't you?
No.
Or do you?
Okay, he said started off in this duplex. I think that given the amount of time that I'm seeing left in this call, I don't really dig into that much, but that would be interesting to dig into, especially since there's probably some emotional attachment here. They started off with this duplex.
We're just investors.
Okay, well, I don't know if that'd be a good investment or not. But you Google it if you want to, if you want.
Why would you?
See, okay, wait. I was going to say, why wouldn't it be a good investment?
I don't know if it would be a good investment.
Because I want retail price. I don't want to cut it down. It would be a long-term investment.
Mm-hmm.
So, it would be a good investment. When I bought it, my wife and I lived on one side and the other side. In fact, I had to pay more, and then over time, then it got to be even, and pretty soon I was getting mine for about very little bit of money my side, so it worked for me, but at first it's like try to break even deal. That's the way they are when they start, so, but it's nice. I just had it remodeled.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, when somebody's going to finance the property for us, we're talking about owner finance, we don't mind paying, retail price. It's when we're having to come up with cash out of pocket. We're gonna do some value adding, and then we're gonna sell it on the back end. That's when it's, we have to have some margins built in. But when we're talking about holding something for long, a longer term, like you're talking about on this duplex potentially, paying market price is not as big of a deal.
Okay, I said, a few times there, which, not a big deal, but just something I noticed. I don't hate the explanation here, but I also don't love it. It would have been better here to just jump right into a question. What is what do you need 20% down for? What's a reasonable interest rate? What are you looking to gain on a monthly basis? Maybe just ask him, hey, what are these things renting out for? What are you getting currently as cash flow on these things, so I can kind of start to back into what he's going to want as a monthly payment. Again, I got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this call. I'm guessing I'm not going to get to that.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. But I have to have a down payment, Nathaniel. You know that.
Yeah, I don't. That's maybe where the sticking point's going to be, is the 20% is going to potentially be kind of tough. Typically, we're doing like 0 to 5% down. And if I were to give you 20%, it's kind of tying my hands from going and buying, two or three more
Yeah,
properties.
I know, and I think it's worth 300,000, but
Okay.
I would have to get an appraisal, So anyway, you can keep it in mind. Maybe you'll see somebody wants it, and get a referral fee or something.
Yeah.
But
When are you thinking of doing an appraisal on it?
um, I don't know. I've got to get Southland closed first because, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, the sale is nothing. The closing is everything, and so I'll get an appraisal just as soon as that closes, which will be about the 24th of next month or something like 24th, 25th. Then I will know.
Okay.
So you're welcome
Yeah. I mean, it
to
sounds like you have a pretty good idea of what you're doing. What do you need some appraisal person to come tell
well,
you?
Ooh, I kind of like that question. Let's lean on his experience here and see if we can get him to a number.
sure, I've been out of real estate a long time, and also, I got an appraisal on Southland, a long time ago, but
Okay.
but anyway, I have realtor appraisals, and I was a realtor, but I just, even though I have to pay, I like to make sure I know what I'm doing. But anyway, I don't shoot from the hip. I just, never have. So anyway, the only thing you'll keep it in mind if it's
Okay.
something you Google it and then there's 2 bedrooms, 1.5 baths. That like I said, I just had both sides remodeled. It has a big yard. So anyway, so you look and see. Okay.
Sounds good. I appreciate your time, Don.
Okay, and Sandra, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You
Bye.
too.
So that was it. A short call. Typically, I'd keep them under 15 minutes. So, just especially these follow-up calls, I don't need to spend a whole lot of time unless they're really ready to go forward. This guy's not ready to move forward right now. It sounds like he's got some advisors, we'll call them advisors, a realtor, somebody else's opinion he wants to get on this property. I don't know where I'm at in the follow-up funnel with him. Again, I don't remember this call at all, but I think it was a good call overall. There was definitely some points of improvement for sure. I didn't get what he thought a reasonable interest rate was out of it. I don't know what the thing's bringing in as far as rent goes for him. I don't I didn't touch on at all he and his wife being this like kind of, it sounded like maybe this is the first investment property, maybe this is just like the first property period they ever bought. I didn't touch on that at all. I could have opened up a whole can of worms there, but that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm listening to these kinds of calls, is so I can listen in after the fact to what I could do better, where I could kind of pick out pieces of, oh man, that was a little nugget I maybe missed, and things like that. So I encourage you guys to do the same thing as well. Please, again, let me know what you think in the comments, where I could improve, what I could do better. Hey, I'd love a hey, good job. Just give myself a pat on the back, because I am out there making calls every single day, and I want to do more of these call breakdowns for myself and for y'all as well. So hopefully you see some more in the future. Until then, peace, love, leave a like, subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.